Hotep, my brothers and my sisters. Hotep, Hotep. Hotep to you. Power to the people. Queen Amari in the house. Okay, early birds, boy. I like that. Hope all is well, Queen. King Ty Beatty in the house. Okay. Got the early birds, the ones you can count on in the house. Hotep to y'all. Much blessings and peace to you. Brother Kiamu in the hizzle. We thank y'all for coming in. My nose a little stuffy. Hold up. All right. Hotep. All right. Make sure you share this stuff, y'all. Brother Joe Brown in the house. Brother Chris in the house. You know what? Yeah, there we go. There's the okay. Gotcha. All right, make sure you share it if you know how to do it. Please. We'll appreciate it very much. Have some off and on sleep today, but I'm alive. I'm alive and well. Thank God for that. All right. Hotep, King Chris in the house. We put on some music, y'all, while we giving some people time to come in, whoever's going to come in today.
We're going to have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We're going to have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. Now hold up, wait a minute. Let's put a little bit of knowledge in it. Everybody wanna go way back to Marcus Garvey, 1887. He was born a Nubian king.
Mandela.
The revolution, and he will always remain supreme. Yeah. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find.
Queen, Minister, Darlene in the house, my big sis. Good to see you there, my sister.
That's the word alone. Mama Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Cedric Douglass, Martin Luther King. Come on, everybody, get a little bit of knowledge. Come on, everybody, come go with me. We wanna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find.
Now, I'm Conscious Black, and I made up a dance called The Knowledge. It's not hard to do. Everybody knows how to two-step, right? All you do is two-step, and on the third time that you step to the right, you're going to take your finger and put it to your temple like you're thinking. And each time you put it to your temple like you're thinking, you're going to go round and round and round, a one full circle. Y'all ready? It's not hard to do. Let's go.
Oh, swing your partners, do-si-do, round and round and round we go. Swing them to the left and swing them to the right. It's a knowledge party tonight. Keep spinning round and round and round we go. Keep spinning around. If you ain't gonna dance to the back of the line, no shucking and jiving, it's party time. If you ain't gonna dance to the back of the line, no shucking and jiving, it's party time. Round and round and round we go, round we go, round and round and round we go, round we go. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody.
Let's elevate our minds. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, got somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. Keep spinning around, around, around. Keep spinning around, around, around. Keep spinning around, around, around. Keep spinning around, around, around.
All right. All right. What's up? What's up? Let me get this thing done. Let me cut this thing off. All right. All right. My brothers and my sisters, it's a joy to be alive and well today. I hope that you are well. I greet you in our ancient Kemetic language, Hotep. That means peace. When a brother and sister say Hotep to you, you respond in reciprocal. Hotep, my brother and my sister. So I pray that your day was great. And well, if you 10 toes down and still above the ground, a great day. If it wasn't all that, a little frustrating, a little stressy, little tension, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. You still got time to clear that up and have the spirit of expectation that we have life tomorrow. Ashe. So once again, I'm excited to be here with you. And those of you who may watch this later on, my name is James Anyabwile Wilson. Matter of fact, back up. I am the spiritual teacher, aka the awakener of the God in Action Ministries Spiritual and Culture Center, located here in the south end of Albany, New York. Once again, we do not take your presence lightly. Thank you for tuning in. And when you know how to do it, we would appreciate it if you share this information. Also, as we play live on Facebook, we're simultaneously we're playing also live on YouTube. So every Sunday when we play live here on Facebook, we're playing live also on YouTube. Okay, and we would like to get some traffic over in YouTube. You can please go to James Anyabwile. All right, please go there and subscribe. Please go over there and so that you can get and subscribe, and also like, and also that when we come on, you also get notifications. All right, so we ask that you do that. All right, so we live now, and we also on YouTube, James Anyabwile, and you just go there and subscribe, press like, and you will get notifications. So we're trying to build that platform so we get deeper and deeper and deeper into knowledge, wisdom, and over understanding. All right, brothers and sisters. So thank you for your patience, your support, and all the way that you do. And we do have a lesson on tonight, on this evening. And I was watching something on Sunday because that's what I do. A person who drinks from their own well, their well will end up drying up. But a wise person drinks from other people's well. So therefore, I was watching information, you know what I'm saying? I feed myself. I have to feed myself too. And I was inspired by this message. It's not their message, but I was inspired by the theme and the topic. So the Spirit placed in my heart how to put it the way, how I put things together, and to share it with you, my brothers and sisters. And so I thank you. Queen Amari over there, I think she's over there on YouTube already. I like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell your friends all about it. Tell your friends. And I'd also like to thank those of you who've been sharing the platform. This Sunday, when we came on, we got a lot more views in one day, in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? On Monday, we was up and reached 100. I mean, that's a lot to us. To me, you know what I'm saying? We was getting that once a week, close to that once a week, because they've been playing with our algorithm. So because y'all shared it, I've seen over 17 to 20 shares. Because y'all been sharing it, then other people are sharing it. And it has reached more people. So I thank you for that. And I pray that you continue to do that. And thank you for your comments that you leave on Sunday. I read them all. Thank you for your comments, my brothers and sisters, okay? I welcome them. And I also like, as I'm teaching, throw some hearts and thumbs up so that I know that you following me. That lesson big time, okay? So I don't know if people fall asleep or they just got their phone on as if they're on. They went to another room and watching TV. I don't know. We can do all kind of strange stuff. So, let the brother know you're here. Press some likes and hearts sometimes, let me know that I'm saying something that's helping you. That would be helpful for me. Okay. I thank you for that. Okay. Let's move into our message. One more thing. I would like to ask y'all to pray for brother Rob T, aka we call him Brother Kamal, Rob T. He's one of our soldiers in God Action Ministries. I believe you'll see him on the platform. Please pray for him and his family. His mom transitioned a few days ago, and so they're dealing with that. So please keep them in prayer. And those of you who are part of the Guillaume Men family, we expected you to text the brother or call the brother, let him know that you're thinking about him, you're praying for him, okay? I appreciate that very much. That's how we roll. That's how we was taught, and that's how we roll. All right, so thank you once again. Now, let me go into the message. The lesson. Let me go into the lesson, okay? Those of you who have seen the lesson already, let me see if I'm on. Yep. Those of you who have seen the lesson already, the subject is it really your friend, or is he or she really your friend, or your frenemy? Your frenemy. Sometimes they're not a straight up enemy. They could be your frenemy. Okay? Now, just bear with me. Let me see if this is hid. Let me hide this. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me start off like this. Everybody that you get along with, that you laugh with, that you're cool with, that you talk to, that you spend time with, that you work with, or people that you like, isn't necessarily your friend. I'm laying my foundation. Many times, people confuse an acquaintance and an associate with friendship, but they are not the same, nowhere close to being the same. In many cases, people who they call friends, like you call people certain friends, I call people my certain friend, we call people friend, where in reality, they're just acquaintances and associates. We're going to deal with that so we can clarify that so that we don't sleep on nobody. An acquaintance, hear this out, this is very important. Acquaintance and associates are not friends. But we confuse that as them being our friends. An acquaintance is having a person you have a casual or impersonal knowledge of. Okay? Impersonal or casual knowledge of. There's no sexual intimacy in that type of relationship. There's no dating involved in that type of relationships. It's just somebody you know some things about, but you have not as yet established a trusting relationship with them. So there's acquaintance. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right, have a nice day. All right, good. You know that person lives down the street, or they work over here, or that's their girlfriend, or that's their dog, or or that so-and-so's their cousin or aunt. Impersonal, casual knowledge of a person. Now, that's acquaintance. Now, an associate is a companion or partner based on something y'all have in common. You have something in common. You may work at the same job. You may love fishing. You may love cooking. You may have the same hobbies. But associate is one you share some of the same interests, but you're not necessarily friends. And we confuse that. We confuse the heck out of that. And as I go, look at the pictures. Everybody sitting together having a good old time and laughing does not mean that they are all friends. They fall into the category of being acquaintance or associates. Now, the three levels of relationship I'm going to deal with is acquaintance, associates, and friends. And the level of friendship, talk about the level of relationship, talking about the acquaintance and associates, you should never, ever be so quickly to allow them into your confidence. Acquaintances and associates. Allow them into your personal business. Bring them into your home, around your family, your wife, your husband, or your children, because a true friendship have not been established with that acquaintance or that associate. We have a lot of people have a problem with that. You gotta be very, very careful. See, when you make an acquaintance or an associate a friend, okay, because you get along with them, you have already dropped your guard, and in many cases, you allowed a frenemy, not a friend, but a frenemy in the midst, a frenemy in your life, and that can be very destructive and dangerous. A frenemy. What's a frenemy? A frenemy is a person who poses as a good friend just to get you to drop your guard and to trust them so that they can infiltrate or invade your life to cause chaos, drama, confusion, death, and destruction. I be watching a lot of videos. For some reason, I'm just led to watch it. I see all these killings, man. Children, parents, grandparents, family members, friends. You know, 1 minute they friends and so-called together. Next thing they at a party, eating dinner, and one kill the other, or kill two people, or kill everybody. I mean, this is every single day. I know it's just not a black thing, but black people. This is my focus, my concern. I care about all human life, but black people in particular. So I said to myself, man, we have to be careful who we allow in our confidence, who we allow in our circle. I don't care how long you've known them or how much you like them. And they have the same things in common as you have. Or you have the same likes. Or you work on the same job and they smile at you, pat you on your back, and you have jokes, do jokes together, have coffee together. Listen, you cannot confuse an associate and an acquaintance with a true friend. Like I said, many of the times you will bring into your confidence in your life frenemies. You see this picture here is worth 1,000 words. It says all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and every person with a grin ain't your friend. Have any of you been backstabbed before? Have any of you been tricked before? I'm quite sure in our lifetime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't think those people went away or they decreased. Matter of fact, nowadays, they have multiplied. Desperate people out here, y'all, and desperate people do desperate things, trying to get over on anybody who looks like an easy target. Is he or she really your friend, or your friend of me? one thing about religion, and I'm trying to get y'all, hope y'all trying to teach y'all to get out of religion. It was not created by God. Or you say Jesus. No, they never preach religion. You need to go back to spirituality. The scripture says God is spirit. He's seeking those who worship him in spirit and in truth, not in religion. Religion, I told you, is from the Latin word, the root word, religar and religio, which means to bind, to tie up, to bound. So I say that to say this. See, religion or religious doctrine, that means teachings or their beliefs. They have set up, I say for black people, they have set up for our people, black people, set us up for death, set us up for destruction, because many of us have been taught through their religion and their misinterpretation of the Bible. In this particular book, they are teaching us how to love our frenemies. Love your frenemies. If you desire to please God and please Jesus. That's why I be saying when you read the scriptures, you better ask the question, is God really saying that? Is the Jesus really saying that? Or man is saying that God said it? Now listen to this foolishness. In Matthew, the 5th chapter, verses 43 to 44, I'm going to read a portion of that. It says to you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Man, you think that's God speaking or Jesus the Christ really speaking? Let me finish. See, our African ancestors were mainly indoctrinated with those scriptures, what I just now read, to love your enemy. And they was indoctrinated with it while they was in slavery, being raped and tortured, beat to death, burned alive. Men had their testicles cut off, they was castrated. Women had their breasts cut off. Babies was kicked out of their womb. Men and women and children were whipped, hung, and sold by the slaveholder. But they gave you this scripture, love your enemies who persecute you, who cursed you, who despitefully use you, who hate you. You're supposed to love them back. You see the pictures down here? Don't pass by the pictures. This is when you're taught to love your enemy. Or when your friend, a so-called person, becomes your frenemy. Anybody seen Django? This face is familiar on my left, all the way to my left. This picture in the middle here, the center here, is an actual picture of how they used to deal with us. Look at the chains in that man's back, in his arms. Just imagine you can't breathe. The chain tight as it could be against a tree. Just imagine you dealing with that. And also the hand. Look at the hand. The color of the hand. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Cramming your face in the book. No matter what happened to you, black man and woman, love your enemy. And we're the only fools that follow that crap. And the ones who gave it to us don't follow it whatsoever. Anybody who lives out those scriptures the way it says will never understand what a real or good or true friend is, because they'll spend too much of their time trying to be friendly with people who are not friendly with them. I'm not going to go through all that damn stuff for somebody who's treating me like hell. I'm going to work hard and trying to be their damn on friend. Hell no. I ain't got nothing to do with you. I pray for your behind. I pray that you be annihilated if you don't change. I pray that you get destroyed if you don't change. I pray that the worst things happen to you if you don't change. I'm not going to pray that you stay alive so you can continue to abuse and destroy and kill people. How the heck I look? See, that's why you said come out of religion and get into spirituality, because when you're into spirituality, you'll be able to think without fear that you're going to hell. A true friend will not abuse you, nor shall you ever. I don't care what denomination you in, what religious group you're in. You should never tolerate anybody who abuses you. But the scripture is saying to do that because they said that God said. They said that the devil said. And I think that's a daggone lie. It's a trick. Because everything in the scriptures is not God's word. But there's a lot of beautiful things in there, but everything is not what God said. But they tricked us to believe that's what they said. A true friend will not abuse you, and God will never tell you to tolerate an abuser. If that was the case, you be in my relationship with me, I'm beating you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, halfway killing you, halfway killing the kids, and God said, no, love them. Treat them good. No matter what they do, just hang on in there so you can get beat down some more. That's not God. To me, those scriptures I just read teaches you to tolerate abusive people when they're abusive towards you. Now, the question is, if you was abusive towards them, will they tolerate you? But religion will tell you that crap. Tolerate it. Tolerate the beat down. Tolerate the negative words, degrading words. It teaches us how to tolerate this stuff and to also show the ones who's abusing us undeserved and unconditional love. Am I making sense, brothers and sisters? I'm passionate when it comes to my teaching, when it comes to the teaching. And if you think I'm wrong, prove what I'm saying is wrong. Because that is not God telling us to do that. Believe me that, nor did Jesus. I believe they said that they said that. Let's move on. Now, if Jesus, according to the book, instructed us as a people to love our enemies no matter what they do to us, I believe that the Jesus would have shown us an example on how to do it. Because Jesus said what? Pick up your cross, meaning the price you have to pay to follow this righteous life and follow me. He's the example. So here's a picture here. Why can't God forgive Satan so that there will be peace in heaven, in hell, and on earth? So if God is telling us to do it, as Christ is telling us to do it according to the book, now how come God can't forgive the devil? How come Jesus can't love the devil? Ain't he an enemy? You got to be a critical and analytical thinker, brothers and sisters. And don't be afraid to think God is not going to send you to hell like you've been taught by prophets and preachers and evangelists and all that crazy madness. God is not going to send you to hell because you're thinking for yourself. You go to hell when you're dumbed down and walk around stupid, ignorant, and dumb. That's when we go down. We experience hell on this earth. You see the picture? Why don't Jesus show us how to do it if that's the truth? I'm not making mockery of Jesus. I'm just telling you the foolishness that we're being taught. So therefore, and I'm showing Jesus this way because it's the color they always show us in Christian art. I don't believe he looked like that if he did exist. I'm just showing you how they portray him. Why don't he just love on the devil? He red. And that's supposed to be symbolic to us. Red and dark people. Evil, red and dark people. You want to ask us to do something that you're not doing, or you can't do, or find yourself to do, Jesus? I'm not questioning, once again, I'm not questioning the Jesus. I'm questioning what they said Jesus told us to do. And you, some of you who are in Bible study and Sunday school teacher, whatever, or grew up in there, I know exactly what you're saying. No, you misunderstanding what the scripture is saying. It don't mean that. See, that's the foolishness. You read it. What does it mean? Do you say, well, it means this, thus, and so? Okay, does it say that? Or you just, that was an interpolation? Or eisegeting, meaning making the words say what you wanted to say. I was trained to do that crap myself. And I have to get real, y'all. I have to get real. Oh, people are silent. Are you paying attention? Or did I turn you off yet? This nation says it's a Christian nation. Am I right? We receive Christianity in the Bible from this so-called Christian nation. Am I right? So if they believe the book that they forced on us and gave us, and we live it and believe it more than they do. If they believe that you're supposed to love your enemies and those who curse you, hate you, persecute you, and treat them real good, if they believe that, how come they deal with all their problems or issues with war, in death, in carnage? Why do they do that? How come they don't just love the enemy, who they call the enemy around the world? You know how many wars America is in right now? Because you don't hear it on the news. Man, we on battlefronts everywhere. Not we. I'm sorry. Let me take it. Not we. It ain't we. We sick, master? No, it ain't we. This nation. So they telling us to love the enemy. How come they can't take their Bible that they forced on us, their religion that they forced on us, and we out-Christianize them, we out-Bible read them? How come they cannot take that word and bring peace to earth? Because they don't even believe what they have gave us. And we the only fools that believe it. And they expect us to live that way, but they said, they ain't living like that. God ain't never told us that. We told them that. Those who believe it. Am I making sense, brothers and sisters? Now that you know what an acquaintance is and an associate is, they're not on the same level as a friend. They are not on the same level as a friend. And a lot of you got people in your life who are acquaintances and associates, and you done put them on the level of friend. You done slept. You dropped your guard. And what you must begin to do, brothers and sisters, you must begin to place the people in your life on the level they should be at. Where they should be at. And all the people that's around you and that you deal with is not going to be placed on the level of friendship. And that's okay. That's fine. Everybody in your life is not designed to be placed on that level of friendship, third level of friendship. They may be an associate or they may be an acquaintance. Everybody's not qualified or designed or brought in your life to be put on a friendship level. And that's fine. That's okay. Let that be okay with you. Teach your children this. That's okay. Some people get invited to certain places and they get upset because they don't get invited. What they're telling you, we're not friends. You thought you was friends. But they invite me. They invited everybody else, but they invite me. And we get upset. We get angry at them. No, they're smart. I'm going to invite people who are my friend, not people I know from school or my job. Hey, that's how far as it go. And that's what Becky and Heather and Bill and Bob, they practice this. They cool with you on their job. They cool with you at the bar, okay, or at a cookout. They won't bring your black behind around their family. or in their neighborhood. Believe that. I ain't talking about your one or two friends. I'm talking about as a whole. You will not be invited to a lot of things. Because they understand what an associate is, an acquaintance is, and what a friend is. Judas was a part of Jesus's intimate group, wasn't he not? But Jesus knew, according to the book, that Judas would betray him. He had a frenemy in the midst, but Jesus knew it. What's the lesson for us? Once again, everybody in your circle is not your true friend. You better suck that up, y'all. I've been knowing her for so long. I've been knowing her for so long. We're cool. We just get along together. We smile a lot. She makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. Every time I call them, they do stuff. That's fine. What is the script? What is this lesson teaching us? It's time to reevaluate your friendships and begin to put the people on the level they're supposed to be at this time. It's time to reevaluate your friendships and put the people on the level they need to be and it's supposed to be. Okay? You see this picture here? There's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. You see that picture? You see the wolf in the midst? But it's hard to detect them. We talked about an associate. We talked about an acquaintance. So what is a friend? You know, let me break it down. A friend, and one thing about black people, us, we too daggone gullible, or we too desperate, or we too lonely. We just find anybody to be around and talk to and spend time with. That's my friend. How long you know him? I just met him last week. Or they just joined, they just started the job. You got to bring them in your house. Around you, honey, this is Bob. Or honey, this is Mary. Next you know, you keep playing around, they be messing with your husband. Or playing with your daggone children. Would you babysit my kids? You're a nice person. How long you knew that person? For a month? A month and they babysitting your kids? Because you have good conversations? Because somebody recommended them to you? A friend is one who is trustworthy. A friend is one you can grow to be, hear this, y'all. A friend is one who you can grow to be yourself or dare to be yourself when you're around them. That's key. Someone you can grow to be yourself. Grow means it takes time to be yourself around them or dare to be yourself when you're around them. The key word, once again, is grow. It takes time. A friend is one you can make mistakes around, have hang-ups, shortcomings, and faults without being rejected or judged. A friend is one who can you can tell all your business to and have the confidence that your business or your intimate information will go no further. A friend is someone you can cry to. Speak your mind, express your true feelings without being judged or cut off. A true friend, a friend understands you. Because a lot of us are crazy sometimes. A lot of us are off the hook. But a friend understands you. They're patient with you. They'll support you, protect you, and defend you. Even sometimes they know you're wrong, but you know what? Don't you put your mouth on my homegirl. Don't you put your mouth on my boy or my brother. Okay, I know they messed up, but don't you put your mouth on them. Don't put your hand on them. They'll defend you. They'll be your ride or die companion. A friend will not only listen to you, They'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So there's people who get into situations, they got a whole bunch of people they call because they know them people who want to side with them and tell them everything they want to hear. And that's why your problems ain't changing. That's why your marriage and relationships and your parent-child relationship and your finances and whatever else on your job ain't changing, because you call them because you know they're going to side with you. Yeah, man, you right, bro. Yeah, sister, you right, bro. Tell you what you want to hear, and they ain't going to change nothing in your life. But friends tell you what you need to hear, no matter how it hits you. You can even argue with a friend, debate with a friend, fall out with a friend, disagree with a true friend, and will not destroy your friendship. Somehow you'll just make up. A friend will encourage you, build you up, never tear you down, and never get jealous of you, nor compare themselves to you. That's a friend, a true blue friend. And that's nowhere close to someone being an acquaintance or an associate. But you confusing that, y'all. You confusing that. I told her this, and I told him that. And he then ran his mouth and told his friends, his cousins, his family, and everybody know. That's not your friend then. You put him on the friend level. Too fast, too soon. My brother and my sister. A true friend does not come a dime a dozen. You see on the left, the dimes? They don't come a dime a dozen because friends are too rare. They're too valuable. But acquaintances and associates, they come a dime a dozen. So brothers and sisters, from this day forward, do not confuse the two, or don't confuse those three. A true friend is something totally different. On my left is gold, rare, and valuable. That's what a true friend is. Hard to find. Of course, you popular, everybody love me. Everybody love Malcolm. And those in the group killed Malcolm. Oh, you hear me, brothers and sisters? They love Jesus. Somebody in their group killed him too, or set him up to be killed. So don't get fooled with your popularity. Everybody wants you at their party and cookout because you make them laugh, you fun, and all that stuff. You got you all tricked and souped up and big-headed. You know what? I don't mean they're your friend, brother or sister. You just may be the clown they need at their cookout or their party because you make them laugh. You're not to lighten the party up. You may just be the clown they need to come around. Oh, dang, go on it, baby. I'm closing. The Hosea. You see the picture there? That's the cover of the Hosea. I'm telling y'all to get all y'all get one, y'all. These are ancient African scriptures, 3,000 to 4,000 years older than the New Testament in the Old Testament Bible. It's African scriptures. But they taught you against this stuff. Because they want you to believe that the Bible is the only word the only spiritual information that God gave to people who don't look like us. But we had ours 3,000 to 4,000 years before there ever was any religion or denomination, or before there was even any Bible or Quran or Circle 7 or Torah or Babylonian Talmud. God spoke to us first. The book of Hosea, the 54th, page 54. King Obar in the house. Blessings, King. Thank you. Hosea, the page 54, section 6. It teaches us how to recognize a true friend. Somebody can tell you to get a friend, find true friends. How do you recognize them? Out of all the ones you got that you know, and you believe all they're your friend, because you'll come together and do your thing, or you'll work together. How do you recognize a true friend? Because everybody, once again, cannot be placed on that friend level. They're either an associate or an acquaintance. It tells us, stay away from the aggressive man or woman and take him not as your companion. It's African scripture where the Bible says, love your enemies, love those who hate you and curse you out and beat the hell out of you. This African scripture says, stay away from the aggressive man and woman and take him not as a companion or as a friend. Then it says, take for a friend one who is true and just and whose actions you have observed. Did you hear that? Whose actions you have observed. Not a week, not a month, not a day, not just a year. Friendship takes years to build. Years to build. Acquaintances and associates do that overnight. Years to build, brothers and sisters. It says, take for a friend one who is true, just, and whose actions you have observed. You can't just observe them on your job or when you go to the club or the bar or your cookout. That's the only time you see them and observe them. No. Yeah, you do that at that time, but you have to find some information about these people. Ask around. Yo, who that? What you know about so-and-so? Him or her. Then it says, if your righteousness equals his or hers, your friendship will be balanced, or I put the word in healthy or good, right? If their righteousness equal yours, meaning you cannot be unequally yoked. You mean you can't be together with people who ain't on that same level as you. You may really have the heart to be a friend. They may not be on that same level. They may just want to befriend you to get something out of you. We got children like that. They don't love, some of them don't show no real love. Only time they want to be nice and kind when they want something. Other than that, they don't even call, come by, text you. As soon as they ring, you see that text or you see them call on the phone, first thing you say, what they want now. Your heart may be right about being a friend, but everybody's heart is not there. So it says that if your righteousness equals his and hers, your friendship is balanced. It will be healthy, it will be good. Do not be unequally yoked. People got to be on the same level, mindset, spirit, love as you are. If not, keep them at an acquaintance or associate level. Don't bring me to the friend level. It'll mess you the hell up. All is saying it takes time to build a true friendship, brothers and sisters. Once again, to some of you who want, like I said, you're not the only ones watching. There's going to be a lot of other people watching. Teach your children this. You're not teaching your children. I don't care what age they are. They still listen to you. Teach them, because this right here is for every single age. Every age. Look what kind of people our children is befriending. On the internet, on social media. Some of them will walk out and meet somebody who they've met on social media because they sound good. They told them the right things they wanted to hear. They promised them the world. They go out there and get raped, or they go out there and you never see them again. They go out there and get killed. Men, women, boys, and girls. It happens to all of us. Because we thought, that's my friend. I met him on social media, Instagram, all these different places. You need to teach this stuff. Each one, reach one, each one, teach one. Don't let it stop at this platform. Don't let it stop here. Friendship takes longer than a week, longer than a month, longer than a year. It takes time to build. I have very few friends. I can count on one hand. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of associates, but very few friends. And I keep people, and I have to reevaluate my stuff too. I'll be honest with you, somebody I was dealing with, and I allowed things to fly so many times. It was a brother, and I allowed things to fly a few times, and I came to the conclusion this Negro's a narcissist. The narcissist. Man, no, I gotta put that person on my associate level because we like the same thing. We like doing the same thing. That's where I have to leave that person. From now on, I'm dead serious. I had to reevaluate some things. It's definitely not a friend. I can't even be my daggone self. I can't even express my true feelings without them cutting me off. Or don't have nothing to do with me. That's not a friend. I'm coming to my close. People are always on their best behavior. You got to be careful with this, brothers and sisters. Don't sleep on the enemy. People are always on their best behavior when you meet them. Why? Because they understand the science. They understand the science. The first impression is the last impression. The first impression is how you will view them afterwards. So they come with their best manners, with their best mask, so they can get a good impression. Right? Actors on TV do the same thing. Check this out. Actors, they wear masks. And they also follow a script. You watch TV, you think that stuff's real, and people like, oh my God, oh, I'm scared. These people are acting their butt off. Great actors. And they have a script that they have to follow. But that's not who they really are. Rambo ain't really Rambo. Denzel on TV ain't really Denzel. And these other actors that you'll think, everybody, the women and men, they love them. You know what I'm saying? That's not who they really are. That's a script. They got a mask on. They playing a character. And they've convinced us that they are that character. And that's how people are when they come in our life. Convinced us that they are really that character that they're portraying. But when their script is finished, some actors, or their scene is over, they go right back to who they really are. And that's when you can learn a lot about their trueness. That's when you can learn about who they really are. Their true self without the mask. That's why friendship take time. You know what I'm saying? Some people keep their mask on for years. Years. I'm not telling you to walk around paranoid. But way this world is today, you can't walk around stupid and blind. I can't either. Because people, they can act long-term. They have what is called long-term masks on. They've been practicing so long you know what I'm saying? They are experts at wearing masks and following these fictitious scripts to make you and convince you that they on the up and up. I'm not saying everybody's bad. That's why you just keep them on the level they are at and let them build themselves up to a certain level, and you decide what level you want them on. Don't let them decide. You decide because it is your life. Because you befriend somebody, brothers and sisters, once again, or they try to befriend you, take a lot of time to observe them before jumping in any relationship, marriage, business, partnership, before you start getting to dating, any of that stuff, bringing people around your children, your nieces, your nephew, family, your wife, your husband. Don't jump into all that stuff. Observe. Because you really don't know them. and things can end up very disastrous. And when you observe people, everybody raises red flags, right? Don't write that off. Don't dismiss it. Don't act like you don't see the red flags. Okay? When they raise, you better use your gut feelings. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Trust your spiritual discernment. I don't know, something ain't right. I don't feel right. Something, I don't know what it is, but something. Trust that, man. Sister, brother, trust it. I remember I used to bring friends to my house. My grandmother raised me. Girls, you know what I'm saying? I was started to able to date around 17. You know, but when we brought girls in the house, we sat in the living room with no bedroom bull BS. In the living room, my grandmother would walk back and forth from the kitchen to her bedroom. I would cross the living room. So there's no way in the world you could do anything. But I used to bring people over, and she says, Junie, that's what she called me, Junie, I don't know what it is, but something ain't right about him. So I can't put my hand on it, but something just ain't right. And believe you me, she knew. Because I knew who I was dealing with, who wasn't all right. And I wasn't all right when I was with them. We was both doing unrighteous stuff. My grandmother picked it up. So use that gut feeling, use that intuition, your spiritual discernment to guide you. Don't sleep on nobody, brothers and sisters. When you stay woke, what happens? You stay what? Alive. When you stay woke, you'll stay alive. That's my presentation, brothers and sisters. That's the lesson on today. And I hope that what was shared with you will have blessed you or reminded you, because I'm telling you, man, do not keep this to yourself. You know exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Some of you have experienced this. Okay? And today, things are crazy. You got to know who you're around, man. Brothers and sisters, you got to know. You got to know. I'm not saying that we can't get tricked, but if, you know what I'm saying? But if you like trying to be alert as possible, observe much as possible, it'll be harder to trick you. Don't be so gullible and laughing and grinning and dropping your guard and smiling at everybody. Hey, how you doing, Bob? Hey. And so friendly all the time. It's okay to be kind, but all this friendliness, you got to stop that. Especially you sisters. You being friendly with all these brothers. Hey, how you doing? I know him from this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these sick people nowadays, you're giving them mixed messages. That's not your intention, but in their mind, they say, oh, she like me. The next you know, he's stalking you or forcing you to do something. So if you got a man, don't be friendly with everybody or know a whole bunch of men. You got a woman, don't be friendly with a whole bunch of women. You can be kind and cordial. Don't overdo it. I share. My brothers and sisters, that's what I have right now. You know I come with this too. If those of you who feel they got something today, you have an opportunity, if you'd like to donate towards help your brother out, help the ministry out. Okay? You feel that I really taught tonight, and you got something out of it, share something with us. Share a donation. Share a donation. We're not telling you what to give. We never tell you what to give. Something beats a zero. Oh, no, don't do that. We're not putting you in no guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? We don't beg, we don't guilt trip nobody. If you feel this message or this lesson was good enough for you and good enough for your people, and you know you have to give, I put it that way, if you have to give, share it. Share something. Okay? Share something, brothers and sisters. Did you know that this is my job? I haven't punched the clock in 12 years. Do you know that this is my job? People tell you this is my job for 12, you know what I'm saying? I've been pastor for close to 20 years. And in the 20 years, I haven't punched the clock in 12 years. Not because I was making no big money. I was making way less than I was making on the job. But this is my journey. And I'm not putting that on you. I'm just telling you that's my journey. So no, I don't make a lot of people can tell you who's on it. I don't make I don't make money like that. Whatever y'all give, it goes towards the ministry. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, to be honest with you, I don't know how I survived. I know by the grace of God, somehow it's happening. But brothers and sisters know that I'm not robbing what we have in the bank, what little we have or what we do have. I'm not stealing. I'm not manipulating nothing. You know what I'm saying? What people give, I try to get a little, try to help me out a little bit. We don't hardly get that much. You know, so we barely get over $100 a month from donations. PayPal and $100 a month every other 2, 3, 4 months. I'm dead serious. No, I'm not putting you on a guilt trip because I know that no matter what, God will provide. He hasn't failed me yet. God hasn't failed me yet. God hasn't failed Guillaume yet. And I don't think God has failed you yet. All right, brothers and sisters. So those of you, the information is down here. I know I'm gonna let you go. Cash App, $ Guillaume, GIAM number 20, or PayPal, paypal.me/Hotep, HOTEP number 2. I'm just using my spiritual mind because somebody may be watching this later on. Say, well, if you ain't got that much, go get a job. Fool, I just not said, no, I ain't gonna call you no fool. Person, I just said, this is my job. This is my job. To elevate my people. That's how much I care. It's not about money, the love of money, love of my people. I share it. And brothers like me don't come in dime a dozen, or sisters like me don't come in dime a dozen. We are very rare. Very rare. Rare. All right. So let me let you go. I kept y'all. I love y'all. Hotep. I murder you means love. Hope to see you again. Hope to see you on Sunday. And we'll move from there. Keep me in prayer. I'll keep you in prayer. Keep Brother Rob T in prayer and his family. And my time is up. Amandla, meaning power. Power to the people. Hotep.